Alright, I'm going to go over the first 9 problems on this page, all word problems as you see, and they're broken down by the types of questions. So we got age questions, rectangle questions, consecutive integer questions, break-even questions, and then a few more, but those will be on the next video. So we'll jump right in. 2 more than 3 times Sylvia's age is the same as 4 times her age 6 years ago. How old is Sylvia? So I'm going to go ahead and define a variable. I'm going to say A is Sylvia's age. Okay. Now I'm going to come back to the words and make an equation. 2 more than 3 times Sylvia's age. So 3 times Sylvia's age is 3a. And 2 more than that would be plus 2. Is the same as, which is the same as equals, 4 times her age when 6 years ago. Now, a lot of people will think, oh, 4 times her age, that's 4a, and then minus 6. So you'll think like this. The problem with that is you want to do 4 times her age, not now, but 6 years ago. So I want to subtract 6 before I multiply by 4. The only way to do that is to include parentheses. And now we have our equation. Now we should be able to solve it. I'm going to do this part quickly on this video because I'm hoping that everybody is okay on solving equations now. Two equals a minus 24. Add 24 to both sides. I get she is 26 years old. Okay. Number 2, Tyler is 5 years older than Kevin. The sum of their ages is 39. How old is each person? Well, this one's going to have 2 variables because you're looking for how old each person is. So I'll do T for Tyler plus K. You know that adds up to 39 because the sum of their ages is 39. Problem is I can't do anything with that because there's 2 variables. Tyler could be 1 and Kevin could be 38, 2 and 37, 3 and 36. Lots of combinations, right? So this first sentence is what we're going to have to use. We're going to rewrite Tyler's age using Kevin's age. So Tyler is 5 years older than Kevin. So 5 years older than Kevin, so it's going to be Kevin's age plus 5. Take Kevin's age and you add 5 to it, you're going to get Tyler's age. And now I can rewrite this using that relationship. So T is Tyler's age, K is Kevin's age, but I can't, oh sorry, wrong one. Tyler's age can be rewritten as K plus 5. So I'm going to replace Tyler's age with K plus 5. So K plus 5 represents Tyler, right? Plus K, which is Kevin's age, equals 39. And now I can just combine like terms. I do not distribute here. It's not K times this. So that's 2K plus 5 equals 39. Subtract 5, I get 2K equals 34. Divide by 2, I get K is 17. Well, now that I know Kevin's 17, I know Tyler's 5 years older than him, so Tyler would be 22. And just to make sure, 17 plus 22, that adds to 39. Okay, rectangle questions. The length of a rectangle is 4 less than twice the width. The perimeter is 40 inches. What is the length, the width, and the area? So I'm going to draw a little rectangle here. This is a length and this is a width. My perimeter is 2 lengths plus 2 widths. Right? There's a length, there's a length. There's 2 of them. There's a width, there's a width. There's 2 of them. But again, there's multiple variables there. I do know the perimeter is 40, so I can put 40 in there for perimeter, but I still have 2 variables, and that's a problem. So I go back to this first sentence here. The sentence that combines the length and the width. The length is, so the length is 4 less than twice the width. So I'm going to do twice the width minus 4. So that's another way of writing the length. So I'm going to write the length using W. I'm going to rewrite the length right here using W. So 40 equals, instead of 2L, I have 2 times an expression that means the same thing as L. But I can't forget that plus 2W at the end. And now I got to distribute, so I have 40 equals 4w minus 8 plus 2w. Add my w's together, combine like terms. 6w minus 8, add 8, I get 48 equals 6w, divide by 6. The width is 8. Now that I know the width is 8, I can come back here. The length is 2 times the width minus 4. Well, if the width is 8, 2 times 8 is 16. 16 minus 4 is 12. So the length is 12. Now the area, right, is just the width times the length, right? Area is just length times width. So 12 times 8, that's 96. And I think it's all in inches, so it should technically be inches here. And area is inches squared. Okay. Number 4, trickier one. All dimensions of a 4-inch by 6-inch rectangle are increased by the same amount. Okay? The perimeter doubles. What is the new width and the new length? All right, so basically, I'm going to say x is the amount of increase. We don't know how much it's increasing, but that's what x is going to stand for. Before I do anything, though, it says the perimeter doubles. Well, what's the original perimeter? Well, a 4 by 6, so this is a 4 and 6. This rectangle here has a perimeter of 4 plus 6 plus 4 plus 6, which is 20. So the old perimeter is 20, which means the new perimeter doubles is 40. So we're going to hold on to that. That'll be coming into play here in a little bit. So what's the new rectangle? Well, each side is increased by the same amount. Increased by means added. So I'm going to add x to all the sides. Okay, so the new perimeter is going to be, and I'll write it all out this time, 6 plus x, right, plus 4 plus x, plus 6 plus x, plus 4 plus x. And that's all going to add to the new perimeter, but we already know what that is. It's 40. So now I'm just going to combine like terms. 1, 2, 3, 4 x's. 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 6 is 16, plus 4 is 20. So 4x plus 20 equals 40. Subtract 20. 4x equals 20, and x equals 5. So each side was increased by 5 inches. Okay. What is the new width and new length? All I have to do is add 5 to the width and the length. So it would be 6 plus 5 is 11, and 4 plus 5 is 9. So it's an 11 by 9 rectangle. Okay. Number 5, the width of a rectangle is 2 less than half the length. So again, we got width and length. The width is 2 less than half the length. So half the length minus 2. So that's another way of writing the w, is 1/2 L minus 2. So I'm going to replace the w with 1/2 L minus 2. We're not always just replacing the length. We can also replace the width. So now I have L plus 1/2 L minus 2 plus L plus 1/2 L minus 2 equals 44, the perimeter. Combine like terms, I got L plus L is 2L. Half L and half L makes another L. 1/2 plus 1/2 is 1 whole. So I have 3 whole L's. Minus 2, minus 2. So it's 3L minus 4 equals 44. Add 4, I get 3L equals 48. Divide, and you get L equals 16. Okay? The width, then, because we already got the length, the width is half of the length, so half of 16 is 8, and 2 less than that, so 6. Moving on to consecutive integer. 4 consecutive even integers have a sum of 236. What are the 4 integers? So x is my first number, first integer. It says 4 consecutive even integers. So if my first number is even, my next number right after that would be odd, and the next number after that would be even. So the next even number is actually 2 away from the first number. So that's why it's x plus 2. The first number, add 2, you get to your second even number. To get to my third even number, I'm going to, from my first, it's add 4. And then x plus 6 would be my fourth. And now I'm just going to add those all up. So it's x plus 2 plus x plus 4 plus x plus 6 equals 236. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 x's. 2 plus 4 plus 6 is 12. Minus 12, I get, 4x equals 224, and x is 56. That's the first integer. My second then would be 58, third would be 60, and fourth would be 62. 7 is very tricky, all right? You've never seen anything like this, but let's keep in mind that we're still dealing with 3 consecutive odd integers here. So x is my first. If it's odd, the next number would be even, and then the next number after that would be odd. Same idea. So to get from the first odd number to the second odd number, you add 2. And then x plus 4 would be my third. I'm only asking for 3 here, so I can stop right there. Now, what you read next is not anything like anything you've seen. It says 4 times the smallest integer is 65 more than 3 times the largest integer. What are the 3 integers? Okay, so 4 times the smallest integer. The smallest integer is x. So 4 times x is the same as, or is, equals 65 more than, so 65 plus 3 times the largest integer. Well, the largest integer is x plus 4. So it's 3 times the largest, which is x plus 4. There's my equation. When I find x, I found the smallest. So 4x equals 65 plus 3x plus 12. So I'm going to go ahead and move 3x. So I get x on one side equals 65 plus 12, 77. So 77, 79, and 81 are my 3 numbers. Okay. Break-even questions, and then we'll be done with this first video. Sam started a business making curtains for window coverings. She buys a sewing machine for $667 and figures she will need an average of $16 per window for thread and fabric. She charges $45 per window. How many windows will she need to complete in order to break even? So we're looking for a number of windows. Okay. So with these break even, when there's expenses, we're talking about one person here, and so the expenses need to equal the income. All right, so she buys a sewing machine for $667. That's an expense. I'm not going to put the .00 because it's not needed. It's a whole number. And she will need an average of $16 per window for thread and fabric. Again, she's spending money to get the thread and the fabric, but it's $16 per window, so 16W. She charges $45, so that's money she's getting back. So she's making that money. That's on the other side of the equal sign. It's $45 per window, so that's why it's 45W. Now they're equal. Now we can solve. Subtract 16, you get 29W. 667 divided by 29 is 23 windows. At 23 windows, she will have made back the money that she spent. Anything more than 23 windows, and she's going to start making money. The second one is kind of like it's a different type of break-even. Doug bought several single-game tickets to the tin caps, and it cost him $12.25 per game. However, Dan paid $75 to be part of the Tin Fan. I think that's a typo. Okay, Tin Cap Fan Club, and bought reduced tickets for $6 per game. Another typo. If Doug and Dan paid the same total amount and went to the same number of games, how many games did they each attend? So I'm going to say G equals number of games. Alright, so let's first look at Doug. Doug just bought single game tickets. They cost $12.25 per game. So that one's pretty easy. $12.25 per game. That's how much Doug spent. Dan, on the other hand, bought the fan club. Okay, he paid $75 to be part of the fan club. So he paid that at the beginning, but the tickets are cheaper as part of the fan club. So he paid $6 per game. So what he spent total was $75 plus the $6 per game. We want to know when they're equal, or when they've broken even. So we set them equal to each other. 1225G equals 75 plus 6G. So 1225 minus 6 is 625. Divided by 75 divided by 625 is 12. So after 12 games, these two will have paid the same amount of money. And that is the end of this first video. We'll do the rest on the next video.